What's up, Mid Michigan? I hope you guys are having a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous outside. I mean, we went from 50-degree weather to the 70s yesterday. I was driving and getting, when I got into my truck for break, it was 77 degrees yesterday. At least that's what my truck was saying. But yeah, I mean, it's been an absolute gorgeous last few days, and it looks like it's going to keep on rolling. The only thing is, might be a little concern is tomorrow is Halloween and it may rain, but let's hope it holds out for all the kids out there. I'm actually going to go out trick-or-treating with some kids that my wife watches. But yeah, we're at the digital desk. So I'm going to take a look at some of the big stories coming out of mid-Michigan. I got one story about an illegal casino in Flint, a list of free rides to the polls, and a pretty awesome rescue attempt from officers in Mount Pleasant. So let's get right into it and take a look at the big stories coming out of Michigan. All righty. So the first story, like I said, is about an illegal casino in Flint. If you guys remember, there's a movie with Will Ferrell called, I believe, Casino, where they make a fake casino in a house. When I read this, is what I was kind of thinking of, but obviously it wasn't as funny. It was obviously a movie, not a movie. This is real life. But two defendants recently pled guilty to operating the Cellular Bank storefront casino in Flint. If you guys remember, we were kind of telling you guys about that. But Lino Zatino Minka and Robert Jamerson, I hope I got that first name right, each pled guilty to one count for conducting a gambling operation without a license. Felony gambling warrants were issued earlier this year after an investigation was conducted by the Michigan Department of Attorney General and Michigan Gaming Control Board. Now, obviously, they pretty much what they're saying here is that they won't tolerate anyone operating without a license. Both of those people are facing up to 10 years in prison or a fine up to $100,000. They're due back in court for sentencing on Monday, November 25th. And they're also going to be scheduled to be, and then Jamerson is scheduled to be sentenced on Monday, December 2nd. And then obviously, the Michigan Gaming Control Board says, hey, don't do that. And if you know anyone, call me, which you can find the number down on our website. If you know any illegal gambling, but I'm going to guess you probably don't. But moving over to a story, I don't talk politics at all, and I'm not going to be reading anything that Benson said or anything like that in politics. I just wanted to talk to you guys about free rides to the poll. It is your duty to go out and vote, no matter who you are voting for. Let me just show you guys some things of how, if you don't have a ride, how you can get around. So this is an article on our website at bidmichigannow.com. But what pretty much is saying is that Lyft is offering a 50% discount for one ride, either to or from the polls on November 5th. By using the code VOTE2020 or VOTE24. And then also in this link, there's also in that article, there's a link that says michiganvoting.org. And this actually shows you a list of rides to the polls. Like I said, I'm not talking about politics by any means, but obviously it is our duty. And if you don't have a ride, here's a pretty great way to get to the polls. So for the Flint area, there's some Flint churches. You just click this. If you just call this number and you can request a ride. And they're starting October. Well, actually, they started a few days ago. But over on this link, you'll find a bunch of other cities and counties and all that stuff that you can find where you can get a free ride at. So like I said, for that, all you got to do is find this article. Secretary of State Benson shares list of free discounted rides. Go right to the bottom and click on that link, and you'll find those quick polls. You'll be able to get there to the polls for free. And then moving over to Mount Pleasant, anytime I can give a shout out to our boys in blue or girls in blue or first responders in general, I'm going to do that. And this one is a pretty awesome case. Over in Mount Pleasant, what they're telling us is that a 22-year-old woman was rescued from a burning vehicle thanks to some pretty heroic officers. At 9:55 p.m. on Sunday, officers were dispatched for a report of a rollover crash at the roundabout on North Mission Road. I actually know exactly where that is because I actually went to CMU. The Mount Pleasant Police Department said in a statement that upon arrival, officers observed a vehicle on its side with flames exiting the rear. Officers immediately broke the front windshield, rescuing the female driver. And then second later, that vehicle would go engulf in flames. Now let me pull. I'm not going to make you guys listen to that. Oop, if I can figure out which audio thing it's going from. I'm going to turn that down. No political ads here on my show. Oh, sorry, it's still going. No political ads here. Nope, still going. All right. No one wants to watch them anyway. Let's be honest. All right, let's take a look at this, guys. It's pretty awesome. As you can see, that was a pretty crazy fire, but shout out to those officers in Mount Pleasant. Hopefully, we'll be able to find out who exactly. Let me see if they have any names for these people. They don't have the names of the people, but hopefully we'll find out so we can give them a good shout out here at the desk because that's some pretty amazing work. And keep up the great work, guys. And then the only thing I wanted to make sure you guys knew is that that woman was transported to a hospital, but she sustained minor injuries. And thankfully, there was no other individuals in that car. But just another great work from some of our first responders. But yeah, of course, this is the digital desk, and that's pretty much all the time I have today. But later tonight, I will be doing more election stuff, sadly, but it will be always a good thing to do a candidate profile. Even though I don't love covering politics, I'd rather do feel good stories and my day in the lives. But I'll get those done for you guys anyway. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the amazing weather we have outside. Let's all pray and let's do our rain dances for tomorrow and make sure that the rain does not come for Halloween. So all those kiddos can have a lot of fun and it doesn't rain. But I mean, it seems like every Halloween it's either rainy or super cold. And hey, that's just what you got to deal with here in Michigan. But yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you. I hope you guys have a good one.